afternoon, happy crafters, how are you all? Just before I start and get into my demonstration, I'm just letting you know that this is actually a pre-record. We're taking a short family break for 4 days and I didn't want you to miss out on the Monday studio and the Wednesday studio. So these are pre-records, but you can still grab a cup of tea and you can still sit with me and craft along if you want to. In today's studio we are going to be using the lovely easel dies that are called Something Different, and they were launched on TV and hopefully you liked them. If you bought them, well done. So if you did get them, you can play along today, but if you haven't bought them, don't forget sometimes whatever we do in studio you can recreate at home with something you have in your stash. Okay, so it's not a case of you need everything I'm showing you, you don't. Okay, if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and if you are watching on Facebook, don't forget to pop a comment below. Before I get ready for my first demonstration, here's a little bit of inspiration. Here you go. So welcome back everybody. In today's studio we're going to be using the Something Different ornate easel, the blush peonies, the floral banners too, and the decorative shields. Now you will have seen from my live on TV that I did several easel cards, so showing you the concept and the reason why we've made the dies that we've made them. But in today's studio I want to show you that you can make more than just an easel card and create something a little bit different. So first of all I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut one of the die cuts and show you first off, if you didn't see the show, how they work. So when you get the packaging home, you'll see this die here. This creates your easel as like an open piece of card with the score lines in, so it'll show you exactly what to do. So let's go ahead and do that first, and I'll do each one in a stage for you. So I've got this piece of purple card here. So as you can see, it's a large die, it's got a score line here and it's got a score line here, and this is the start of your fabulous easel. So I'm just going to pop that on my cutting plate there, face down, onto that purple cardstock, and I'm just going to run it through the machine. So I'm keeping this with me because I'm going to be using the other elements within the collection. But ahead of time, I've cut another one as well. So I've got one here, and as this one comes out the machine, you'll see where I'm going with this. So I'll just move these out of the way for now. So when you pop it out, it just pops out like this. And if you look closely, you'll be able to, there we go, you see the score line here and a score line here. Okay, so just pop this back in its carrier. I'll just get out the other two pieces I'm going to need as well. So before I do anything else, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a different card from this collection. Let's just get rid of that waste. So what we're going to do is we're going to do like a, is it called a gatefold? I'm not sure what the correct terminology is for it, but like a two-way opening card. So in the so you can see it's coming together now, and you're thinking, well, where's this going? And you'll soon see what I mean. So I'm going to take this piece of cardstock, and from the same collection, I'm going to take the next die, which is an outline die. I'm just going to run this one through the machine. Like so. And ahead of time, I've gone ahead and cut 3 others. So you can see here, 1, 2, 3, and this will be my 4th. I'm not sure if we need 4, but I just wanted to at least show you how the die cut and how you use the elements within each die set. And then when you pop it out, you get your lovely matten layer. So I'll just get rid of that one. So when I was thinking about how to create something different with these fabulous dies, I knew that we had to put these two together, but I wasn't sure how. And the way that I did it was, I obviously got my 2 dies and I put them together, and I got this matten layer piece here, and I thought, well, if I pop that on there like so, it looks like it was intentional. If you bring them a little bit closer, can we see that there? We've got our matten layer going on. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to score this card on this one here. So I've got my like fold here, look, and then I'm going to score this one too. Like so. Oh, like so. Let's move that out of the way. So I knew where I needed to glue the back piece of here. What I did was I moved them apart like so, and then when I realised I had a lovely matten layer purple around, can we see that there? What you'll see is when you close, can you see it didn't fit quite right? So I thought, right, the only way to do it is this way. So pop them on top of each other and close one of the doors and push it flush, so the arch of there, can we see that there? This bit here matches perfectly with that, and then I could see then that when I came to fold it like so, it would all match seamlessly. Can you see that there? So once I was happy everything was in place, like so, what I did was, it's probably an easier way to do this, but this is just the way that I did it today. And then I opened it up, I held it there with my finger, and then I just grabbed a tape pen and I taped it in place so it wasn't budging. Can we see that there? And then with our lovely matten layer, which is going to cover the base here, I just taped this also. And I popped it just in there, and you can see you get the beautiful outline around. Can we see that there? So I give that a good old push down, and then we ended up with our beautiful card. So when it stands on the side, it can stand on its side like so, one gate open, one door open, but it's going to be decorated either way. And I just thought it's a great way of having a different concept on your card rather than having to have it as an easel. So let's get this card constructed. So ahead of time, I cut a few more of these. So I'm going to stick this one on the front of here. Now I would use glue as well if I was giving it to somebody, then I know it's not going to budge. So I'm going to put this beautiful matten layer on the front of here, Give that a good old push down. Open that up. I'm just going to close this one. Then I'm going to take our other one here. I'm going to put this one on here. Like so. So we've got both our front covers decorated, you can see that there, and the one inside. Now, you could decorate the back as well, but I haven't got another. Let's go for it, and I'll cut another one. And then it looks pretty then, doesn't it? So you don't have to put a decorative panel on them all, but I think it finishes it if you do. So I'm just going to grab another piece of that cardstock, and I'm just going to run that die through again. So I've got coverage on it all then. The other thing you might want to consider as well is when you're making these, obviously, I'll just run this through and then I'll show you what I mean. On the back, look, you have your working parts. So you need to really pop one on the back to hide that. So really I need two. And then it'll cover it beautifully and nobody will know how you've connected the three parts together. And because I want to hide my makings, I will run this one through too. So I'll stick this one on this side here. And then we've got that one for our back to cover our makings, which is this one here. And when you pop it on the back, nobody has any idea how this card's actually been made. So I've got this beautiful, it's like a little mini book, isn't it? It's actually quite pretty. But we're going to treat it as a card, so you can stand it on your half like so, or you can leave them both open, or either or really, you can swap it about. But I think it's just a pretty way of displaying one of your handmade cards. So we also have the decorative element on here. So I'm going to show you how fabulous this one is. I have cut some ahead of time, but I'm still going to show you anyway, because it is interesting for me to do them too, simply because if it doesn't always go right, it's not always going to go right for you at home either. So if I come across a hurdle, you know, at least you know we're all only human. So dependent on what cardstock you're using, if you're using a cardstock with a high chalk content, your die cutting machine might struggle to cut through it. And you're not going to know if it's high chalk content until you actually cut it. So if you don't cut first time, don't worry about it, run it through a second. I am running this one through a second time just in case. And we'll see how we go. It should be absolutely fine though, so we'll see. So when you turn it over, I think that's fine. So you can see all the lovely detail there. Can we see that there? No elements, apart from one little cheeky one's fallen out there, but I like it when the elements stay in. So ahead of time, there we go, can we see that there? It's beautiful. It has cut and it just needs my poker tool to pop out the bits. Ahead of time, I have already done two like this and I've left the bits in, simply because I'd like some of the detail in the card with the bits in and some without. But it doesn't always happen that way. It's just by chance that all the bits have stayed in, and again, that'll be down to what card I've used, nothing more really. So what I'm going to do is, the ones with all the bits in, I'm just going to pop some tape around the back, and hopefully it will hold all those little bits in and stop them from falling out. If some bits have already fallen out, don't worry about it, you'll not really tell anyway. They're all falling out now as we speak. I'm okay with it. So I'm going to open our lovely little card here, and I'm going to pop this one in the centre here. So this one was meant to all stay in place. Okay. I have one here that I've popped all the bits out of. It's an absolutely beautiful die. So let me just see what I'm going to do. So we have, let's pop all the bits out of this one we've just die cut. So I'm just giving this a flick, nothing fancy. Get your poker tool on it though, guys, because there is some little cheeky ones in there which you won't be able to get out with just flicking. So I'll just pop out the largest bits for today. Let's just get rid of those. So that one's okay, and this one's practically okay. I just need to grab something quite small to push those little pieces out. Just 1 second. Here we go. Just pop out the rest of those. I have actually got a scratchy tool here, see if this will help. So I always find if you lift your artwork up like so, did you see that? If you lift it up and pop it on a little bit of an angle, all those little pieces come out amazingly. So just pop it on a little angle. There we go. We'll just run with that one. So I've got 2 pieces with all the pieces popped out. So I'm going to leave these 2 blank, leave that one in the centre there, and I'm going to put one on here, and we'll pop some tape behind this one. Just get rid of that little piece. There we go. I'm going to pop some tape on the centre, and then around the sides I'm just going to use some glue. If you are putting it on your hand, make sure you're not allergic to anything. Do a little bit of a test first. I would hate for you to come out in a rash, so do check yourself before you just jump in. And we'll pop this one on here. Like so, and then we'll do the same with this one, and we will do it on this side. Give it a second to grab, and then you've got like your, now looking at these 2 beautiful ones on the front, I wish I'd have popped those out now, but it's too little, it is too, I could actually pull it off. And unfortunate that I've put the tape behind now, it's going to struggle to get all the bits out, but I'm still going to do it and get these big pieces out because I want the detail. And this is what I was saying about actually doing it live on air, because you'll find yourself as a crafter, you'll wish you'd done something you shouldn't have, or wish you'd done something you should have or shouldn't have. So I'm just going to get out as many elements as I can because there's tape behind now. I tried to be smart by popping the tape behind. But I'm just going to get out the bigger ones so I get the detail. I'm not overly concerned about all the little miniature ones. Just want the detail on there so it looks like the front one. And that one, I think we'll leave it at that. So let's stick that one on. Get rid of, just move these bits because these are the bits that had the tape behind. Thankfully I only used tape, so nothing ruined. I do change our mind, I am a woman. That's what happens, just get all the bits off my fingers. So let's go ahead and let's re-stick this one. So I'll pop the tape back in the middle, and then again I will go around the edges. That extra 2 seconds look, just peeling it off and just rectifying that is going to make my card look way better. It's going to match. There we go. So I have, look, there it matches now. How good is that? You would never know. So it's going to be quite a thick card is this one, but again it all folds flat, so you can post it in the post still. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move away from the die and bring all this together. I'll put all my die away. So I'm conscious that this demo was a little bit long, so ahead of time I stamped one of the peonies and 2 of the foliages from the blush peonies. I'm just getting rid of that bit of glue on my hand, which was this beautiful one, thank you. Which was this one, and I stamped the largest of the heads and then the large foliage. Now this stamp set, we would normally go way bigger than this, as you know, but it's in keeping with the size of the frame, so it fits seamlessly. Okay, so I coloured these with my oil pencils. A lot of you have already got them. And I will show you them just in case you are a new viewer today. But basically they are a blendable pencil. That's easy if you are a beginner, but you can get really fabulous looks. So it's these pencils. If you see anything I've used on air or in the show, all you need to, and you like or are interested in, you just need to pop FBL into the search engine on our website and it'll take you to all the lovely products we've used in the show for the last however many weeks. So I have this one. And then we have our beautiful foliage one, which is that one. And my other one. So I'll just set this one aside for now. So if you are die cutting more than one thing, make sure you tape down so nothing moves. Because you take the risk of running one die over the other and then it'll be ruined. So I'll run that one through. And as you can see, that just drop out, they are beautiful. The huge as well are the vines. So the vines are bigger than the flowers on this stamp set, which is cool. We have another one there, and then we have our beautiful peony. So I'm going to do a bit of a technique on these flowers. Just going to get rid of these. Pop them back in the stamp set. So I wanted these to have a little bit of a lift. So I have a quickie glue pen here. Just move all my tools out of the way. and I have a little bit of foil. I want to add some foil accent to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my quickie glue pen, just activate it, get it going. Thank you. So I'll just get the camera to come in. Thank you. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some gold accent to this. Now you can go anywhere with this, you don't have to follow the lines, but if you just want to add a little bit, I would probably just say follow the black line down the centre. So I'm just going to add a line of this quickie glue pen down the centre. Like so. And I'm going to do it on this green one also. So maybe pop a little bit of gold on the tip of the green leaves if you want to. You're not going to actually know what it looks like until you put your foil on. Don't do too much because it will distract away from your colouring. And then on these little buds here, just going to pop a little bit of wet glue in there. So I'm going to give that a second just to cure or go off, as the words would say. I'm going to move to this flower, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some gold on the lines where the shadows would be, because I don't want it to overwhelm. Just a few lines. So I'm just following the lines of the stamp, nothing fantastic. Maybe put a few dots in the centre, like so. And then I'm going to come back to our first one we did, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the gold foil over my artwork. I'm just going to rub it on. And when you pull it off, hopefully you'll get some gold on there. Very, very delicately I'm getting some gold on there, very slightly though. So let's try this red one, sorry, this purple one. It's too delicate even to see by eye. I'm going to do it on them all though. It might show on the photograph on Facebook, so don't worry about it. Yep, we're getting a little bit. It's actually really nice. It's very delicate though, so if you were to have to do this at home, make sure you spend a little bit more time adding more glue, more detail. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to leave that. So let's go move on to the next stage. So this is where we need to think about how we're going to construct our card. So I'm going to pop obviously the flat, obviously I say obviously, it's not obvious because it's just how I'm going to work. But I'm just going to create a bit of a creeper across this corner here. Like so. So this is going to be like one flap. And then this flap here, we're going to put our lovely shield. Now you could decorate every front, back, whatever you want to. Obviously I haven't got the time to do that. But you could obviously absolutely go to town with this and create something quite gorgeous, really. So I'm just grab a bit of black card from my stash, and we're going to put one of these lovely banners with some lovely sentiments on here. So I'm just going to grab that one. So there are a plethora of things you could do. We could use one of the big banners on here. This one probably, shall we go? Let's go for this one. And then we'll use the outline die on it as well. So we'll heat emboss it and then pop it on our lovely card. So I'll grab the outline die for that one, which is, yep, that one. So I'm just going to heat emboss it onto some black cardstock here. So because I'm heat embossing it, I am using an anti-static bag, and this gets rid of any moisture in my card. Then I'm going to be using a sticky ink pad, and white would probably look okay, but I am going to go gold, seeing as I've got the gold in my flowers, she says. Where is my gold? Right, we're going white. That's crystal clear. Pure white. Pure white, and it's the one from Claire's new range, Thirsty Brush range. These are fantastic. The metallic ones are absolutely beautiful. So if you've not tried them, I do encourage you to give these a go, because they are a whole new level of crafting, really. They are beautiful. So I'm just going to ink up this little mini banner here. Like so. And that's stamped perfectly. Grab some cardstock. So we're going to do this one in white, which it will still look equally as nice. See that there? Beautiful banner. So we'll just heat set that one. So get your gun hot. And then let's pick a sentiment. Thank you. As soon as it's hot, pop it on, and then you'll get a true So as soon as the powder changes, move your gun. And get this beautiful banner. So I'm just going to pop this back in the Eureka. Pop thank you in the centre. By chance it fits. Obviously it was made that way. And then anti-static again. Even though you anti-staticked before, you've probably lost a lot of it, so do it again. And then pop the white powder on. And you get a beautiful thank you in there, which looks really, really lovely. And then we'll just heat set this one also. There we go. So in this collection you do get the paper piece die as well, remember that, but today I'm just going to use the outline. You will have seen me on TV using the paper piece element of it, so you will have an idea of what to do with that, and we will be revisiting these anyway. You know, we do revisit products all the time, so once you buy them, you know, it's not just a buy, make one card and then that's it. You know, it's a case of buy and we'll keep revisiting and thinking of new ways that you can, that's the wrong die, that you can make some nice things with them. So I'll just grab my die set. There we go. So hold it in place. And then get your beautiful banner in there with thank you on there. So I'll just set this die aside. So before I start to construct the card, these elements that we already did ahead of time, we just need to get rid of the white harsh line around. So I'm just going to go quickly to my distress inks, and I'm just going to take a purple and a pale green. I'm just going to take the white edge off with a blending brush. So well, let's just pick up some of this purple here, so, and then just take it around the edge, and it will just get rid of that white line. I don't want it to fully disappear because I actually do like the line, but I don't like it bright white. So to clean your brush, you just give it a scrub onto some card, and you're ready to go on to the next colour. Just get the green ones. So that's that one. And then the last one. And then we can construct this lovely card. So let's just set this aside. So the front of our card is going to have our floral element on there, and it's just going to be a corner element. So I'm going to pop a pad behind this big one, and I'm going to stick these ones flat. So first of all, I'm going to see where I'm taking it first. So I always set my stall up as to where I'm going to have these things. I think that looks quite pretty, so I'll go with that. So pop a bit of glue behind. And then pop your padded one in. Now you could pop another sentiment in there if you wanted to. So I'll just move that one out, and then with this one, I'm just going to pop another pad in there. A thin one. Like so, and then we'll pop this one in the centre here. So we've got our banner in there like so. And there we have a beautiful. And you could pop another one in there if you wanted to. It's a never-ending card. Hey, new name, never-ending card. So there we go, a beautiful card which you can open and display or keep, whatever you want to do, and just make it something a little bit different. Now, you can't really see that face on, but if it was on the half, you could have it propping one door open, vice versa. It's just a different way of looking at your dies in my opinion, really. So I always like to try new things. I always encourage other people to try new things because you just never know where it's going to take you. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed making that one today. So I hope you have too. Chop out the colours, pick some colours that you love. You don't have to do them the same colourway if I have, and see where it takes you. So thank you for watching Live Studio today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to pop a comment down on Facebook. I'm back with you on Monday for probably Monday the 23rd. It will be the last Live Studio of the year. So I'll try and do something a little bit different for the last show. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cosy, and I'll catch you on the 23rd. Here's a little bit more inspiration though before you leave. See you later. Bye.